have you taken a little time and thanked Ricochet recently? Have you thanked him today, yesterday, anything like that?
I thank him before I go to bed each night.
There you go.
And I
As you
ask for
should.
him to watch over mommy and poppy and
As you should, because as you may or may not know, Ricochet is the reason AEW exists. Or at least that's what he thinks. Because he was on the hot tag, and this is like, yeah, a radio station in Chicago. They were doing an interview. This was for promotion for whatever's coming up for AEW. And they're doing this interview. The interviewer, his name is Brady, if that matters. He asked Ricochet how he was adjusting to AEW. Because, as you know, he's come from WWE. And Ricochet starts off pausing. He's like, I'm not saying I'm the sole reason. I'm just saying if there wasn't Ricochet, there would not be AEW. I'm not saying I'm the sole reason that it happened, but I'm just saying. So he did go on to credit, Will Ospreay, the Young Bucks. He credited Kenny Omega for actually getting the ground running on AEW, but more so what he's saying is like his style is what kind of started the whole AEW movement, if you will. But of course, this was a controversial statement, if you to say the least. So he's taking credit for AEW himself. Like, without me, without my style, this wouldn't exist. As I was telling you, I don't know the timeline, but if he is saying that, it's that style that kind of created AEW, he's not wrong. Not wrong at all. Because if you think about AEW, yeah, you got the Young Bucks, you got Kenny Omega, you got Will Ospreay. They all kind of fit that same style, which is like the more acrobatic type wrestling. And if he was the creator of that, yes, he is absolutely correct in his statement there.
I don't think he's the creator of it. And if anything, the style that AEW would be emulated after would be the Young Bucks.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's like the Ricochet style.
The Young Bucks that probably weren't influenced by Ricochet.
They may have been doing it around the same time.
It's not Ricochet's style. It's the indie style.
But you can see what he's saying though. Like the
No, I
flippy.
can't. Nobody thinks about Ricochet. Like Ricochet had some splash on Lucha Underground, and there was some buzz when he signed to WWE, but nobody fucking thinks about Ricochet. He's always been average. He's a good flipper, but he can't talk. He has no charisma. His ring announcer girlfriend's more attention seeking than he is.
That's true. Now, we do want to point out, or I want to point out, that it is possible. I'm learning that this may be character stuff. But the way he said it, the way he started it, and he's like, I'm just saying, and then he kind of stopped himself, and then the guy's like, no, no, go and say it. You know what? There's not a AEW if there's not a Ricochet. So I think that moment there, he was like, maybe being a little bit more serious. Like he actually believed it. It is wild to even say that. You're pretty much compared to, yeah, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay. So you're saying you created the style, but they do it better than you? I don't know.
I don't think anybody looks up to Ricochet like that. Because the Young Bucks had their own style. They were doing like the Meltzer drivers and shit. And Kenny Omega was like the first white dude to make it big in Japan. So they don't need fucking Ricochet style. I don't see any of Ricochet style in what they do.
Yeah, his style's more flippy than their style. Their style is more how many moves you can do.
I don't know. Ricochet is a bitch.
There you go. But let us know what you think of it in the comments. Is Ricochet delusional? Or does he have a point? Is he the creator of AEW? Should we all be sucking off Ricochet for AEW?